Let's talk about what the equal sign means. In this addition equation here, we have two parts that are being added together, and we have an equal sign and a blank. Oftentimes our questions are written like this, and so that can kind of lead us to believe that the equal sign means write the answer here, or add them together or something like that. But that's not what it means actually. The equal sign means that it kind of means the same value as. So everything on one side of the equal sign has the same value as the other side of the equal sign. I'm going to write that. The same value as. So let's look in this example. Here's my equal sign, which I really want to hone in on. I'm going to draw a little picture of a balance, or what I can actually do here is use this image. Here's my balance. I'm going to put it right under the equal sign. And so now everything on this side of the balance is actually 11. And we want to also have that same value on the other side. So we're going to put 11 here. Now let's look at another example. This looks very, very similar. However, something is different. The equal sign and the plus have, in a sense, been switched, although the 8 and the 3 and the blank are the same. But our answer is going to be different. So let's take our balance and focus in on that equal sign. We're going to put our balance right underneath. So now what this is saying is everything on this side of the equal sign, which is 8, is the same value as everything on this side. So in other words, our balance is going to be balanced. So 8 has the same value as, or is equal to, 3 plus what? So that means if this side is 8, we want this side to also be 8. If we already have 3, we're going to need 5 more in order to get 8 on both sides of the equation, which is going to make it balanced. Now, we also have some things where, let's say we have 3 plus 4 on one side and 6 on the other. If we put our balance here, we're going to notice there's no blanks, and the question is, what do we put here? And 3 plus 4 is 7. So there's 7 on this side and there's 6 on that side. That means this side is going to be heavier. So the appropriate sign or symbol to put in here is a greater than symbol. Or perhaps we could put a less than symbol if this side was greater. But if both sides are totally balanced, that's where we have the equal sign. I'm going to give one more example here. We're going to, again, take our balance, and our mind's eye, we want to be zeroing in, we'll be focusing on where that equal sign is. So boom, I'm going to move it right here. We've got 10 on one side of the equal sign, and we've got blank plus 7 on the other side. So right now, 10 is more than 7. We want to make it equal. So how much more do we need to add to the 7 so that these are balanced? Well, we need 3 more. Now we have 10 on one side and we have 10 on the other, so our balance is balanced. Let's go ahead and look at this worksheet. I really like this one. In this case, there's always going to be 2 parts on the left and 2 parts on the right. I got this from the Reading Corner online, and I like the image of it. So this would be a great time to pause the video and just speak with your student or students about their thoughts on this. But the way I would teach it is that we're going to look at the equal sign, and everything, like you can almost even draw the cup here. And actually, I like to draw it like this. Everything on this side of the equal sign needs to be balanced with everything on this side. We know that 4 plus 6 is 10, so we have 10 on this side. We also want to get 10 on the other. I really like the strategy of writing it down. So we have 10 here, we want to get 10 here. We already have 8, so you can kind of picture it like a number bond. We already have 8, so 2 would be the missing part. And then when we go to check, indeed this is equal, it is balanced because we have 10 on the left and 10 on the right, so we got it. Let's look down to another example. where the blank is on the left side. So I'll go ahead and look at this one here. Again, I'm going to kind of draw my buckets. And I'm going to start on this side of the balance because there's no blanks here, so I know what this is. Here, 8 and 2 is equal to 10, same sum. So if I have 10 on this side, I know I need 10 on this side. And indeed, 7 to get to 10 needs 3 more. We have 10, which is equal to 10, so I know I did it right. Eventually, I also just want to point out quickly, there are so many different applications and ways to think about this, but look at these gnarly things here. There's so many different numbers that are being added together. There's a lot of pluses. There could even be a minus in there somewhere, but again, we want to train our brains to focus in on that equal sign. So boom, there it is right here. We can't put the balance here or here. We need to put it right at the equal sign. And this equal sign is telling us this side is not greater, nor is this side greater. The sides are balanced, or rather they need to be balanced. So let's find what goes here. Well, there's a lot of different ways we can do this. One way is to notice that there's already a 3 and a 1 here. So if we kind of take those out, then we could also take the 3 and the 1 out on this side. If we do that on both sides, it's still the same. And then we could go ahead and add up the other numbers, which is one interesting way. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just add up everything on this side. So I'm going to add strategically. I know that 7 and 3 make 10. And ooh, I know that 5 and 4 make 9 and 1 more makes 10. So I also got 10 with these numbers. So I actually have 20 on this side altogether. And on this side I need 20 as well because it's supposed to be equal. And I already have 4. So how many more do I need to add to this side that has 4? Well, for 4 to get all the way up to 20, let me think of it this way. I need 6 more to get from 4 to 10. And then I need 10 more to get from 10 to 20. So I need 6 more and 10 more, which is 16 more total. So there, I've solved it. So now I'm going to erase this because down here, notice it's the same numbers kind of lined up, but my equal sign has moved. So this is different. In a sense, the 7 that was on the left bucket has now moved to the right bucket. So this is a different situation here. I'm going to again start on the side that doesn't have blanks, and I'm going to add up 4 and 1 is 5, plus 5 more is 10, plus 3 more is 13. 10 plus 3 more is 13. So I have 13 on this side. Again, if you want to add right in order, you can, but I like doing my strategic way. So if I have 13 on this side, I want 13 on this side. So one way to think of it is, well, I have 3 here, so I need 10 more, but I have 8 more, so I need 2 more. 8 plus 2 more gets to 10. Or another way to think of it is I have 7 plus 3, which is 10, plus 1 more, which is 11. And if I have 11, I'm going to need 2 more to get up to 13. Lots of ways to think of it. No one right way, but these all do have one right answer. Lastly, I will throw in, sometimes there isn't just one right answer. If there's something like 3 plus blank is equal to 6 plus blank. So in this situation, there could actually be a lot of answers. If I put a 0 in this blank, then I'm going to have 6 on one side, and I'll need 6 on the other. So I could put 3 and 0 in those blanks. Or say I put 4 in this blank. I like 6 and 4 together. That makes 10. So if I have 10 on this side and I want to balance it, I'm going to need 7 plus 3 to make 10 on this side as well. Or there's actually a bunch more answers. I could keep going on. There's actually an infinite number of answers. I could put 100 on this side, 100. 6 plus 100 is 106. So then on this side, if I also need to have 106, then I already have 3, I'm going to need 103 more, so on and so forth. I hope that was helpful, and math on.